Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. This is ILR3 on the Xbox side, and we are at round number 7 here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix, a track where it's brought so many good races in the past, in particular Canada in 2011, where there was so many changeable conditions. You never knew who was going to win, and Jenson Button managed to take the lead on the final lap. It was one of the best races that I've enjoyed so far in the years I've watched F1. It was absolutely amazing, so pretty good. So I am Jess, I'm in the commentary box as per usual. Now Jack's having problems with his Xbox at the moment, so I have left the party. He can join the party anyway once he joins, so as soon as I hear him, then I know he's good to go, and then I can invite him into the lobby. So hopefully he can join back probably the end of qualifying, but we shall see. But you just got me until that happens. So a few interesting facts about Canada, and I did have facts about Canada, but I closed my facts I had on Word. So yeah, not the best way to start a stream, but anyway, let's go to the track at the moment. So here we go, as we're currently in the pit lane, as we're going to find someone who is on a lap. Now obviously it is the softs, mediums and the hards, but it's one of those tracks where two-stop might be faster. We've seen in the other tiers last night, a lot of people tried the two-stop and it worked out very well for them. Someone that I knew tried soft to hards, it worked. Someone very bravely decided to do soft to mediums. To be honest, I would never do that. For my personal experience, I would never do soft to medium strategy, but it does depend on how well you manage your tyres and how you can cope with it. So let's go on board with someone who's on a flyer, and it is Revolution. So you can go past turn 1 and you're going to stay in third gear all the way down to second, approaching turn 2, and then about to approach turn 3 into that short apex here, and going all the way to the right hand side, all the way to 5th here, and then go the way to turn 4, 5 and 6 coming up here, and you go to the right a little bit and then to the left. Go to 5th gear, then 6th gear. Make sure you get all the power that you need here on this straight, then towards turn 7 and 8 coming up, and then approaching, well actually no, it's turn 9, sorry, and then it's turn 10 coming up here, this long right hander, this apex. You've got to get that absolutely right. You may have to brake a bit later as well. Then going to put 12 through 12 on the DRS straight, which he seems to be doing very well, and then about to approach turn 13 and 14. Now this is a crucial corner. You're gonna try and avoid the wall of champion, take the shortest bit to the line. What lap time is he gonna get? 1:10.0, and he sets the benchmark time so far. Now we could expect, I think, 1 minute 8, 1 minute 7s, possibly 1 minute 8. I'm not sure, but most people probably do 1 minute 9. So a lot of people, we got a mixture of tyres, but a few people on the hards are getting their bank collapsing as well. So we won't see what goes on until it happens, basically. Now I need to get the stream up so I can see what has happened. Right. So anyway, I'm just going to see who else is on a lap. Now, Away's just gone pole. Where is Dazad? Is Dazad racing tonight? I don't even know. I don't think he is, but USR Kubica, I believe he's a reserve driver or a full-time new full-timer. He's in the Toro Rosso as he goes into the pits right now. Expert Almond, he's about to start his flyer soon as well on the soft tyres. Actually, no, he's not. He's about to go to the pits, I think, unless he's going to start another lap. It depends if he has enough fuel. Yep, he is going to start another lap as he goes past the wall of champions. To be honest, it's quite hard to avoid the wall of champions. I almost hit it the other day, yeah, not the best place, but we we shall see anyway. So, now, Dazlad is here. Now, Cinnamon Rage is meant to be in here, but I don't see him in the lobby. So there might be a little bug, I'm not sure. And I will check the weather in a second as well, but going through standings quickly whilst everyone's on their lap. So I'll probably need to get a drink before the race. I'll probably do that during the formation lap. But anyway, Dazad is currently leading the championship with 97 points. He has 11-point gap to second place Jack RT, who is in the Renault with 86 points. Then we have Street Gamer, who won last week in Monaco. A very deserving win, actually. He took his first win in ILR history, and he's on 82. Fourth is LCR Ben with 53 points. Fifth is Hamilton with 50 points. Sixth is Oasis with 48 points. Seventh is Matt DJ with 45 points. Eighth is Steerage with 28 points. Ninth is Revolution with 23. And 10th is Cheat Dreams with 20. 11th is Button with 12 points. 12th is Expert Almond with 8 points. 13th, Epics with 6 points. Leper is 14th with 5 points. Cinnamon Rage, 4 points. Dragon Shanley, 1 point. And everyone else, which is Edited Fawn, Joker, Bibbin, and Blazer Guns, yet to score. And Bibbin is back, which is good news. And but he's not racing tonight. But he is back. And oh, yep, you are on holiday. Okay, I thought he was in the lobby earlier on, but no, he's not. He's on holiday. So hope you're having a good holiday, Cinnamon Rage, and hope you enjoy the stream. So, so we got a weather report from these guys, and it is going to be dry quali and race. So no rain to be seen. So I think the only rain that I've seen in this Canadian Grand Prix is ILR3 in qualifying yesterday, but that was it. So I think rain is non-existent on this game. I think possibly even more. I thought it was going to rain more in lobbies. I thought it was going to have more of an increase, but obviously not. It would have made things more exciting, but for the drivers, they would have been a bit more scared. So Dazlad is currently excuse me, sitting in P6 on the grid. And USR Kubica, I thought he was on a lap, but I think he might either had it invalidated or he's just warming his tyres up. I think he's about to start one, so we'll keep an eye on that. And LCR Ben, he's going through sector 2 now. It is getting kind of cloudy here in Canada at the moment. No, Ben had his lap invalidated, so I won't be following him. But there goes Steerage. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure who that is for, but it's probably someone moving out the way by the looks of things. So, as Steerage looking pretty clean. And still people are still getting used to running no line, because don't forget ILRs 1, 2 and 3 are all no assists. So people are just trying to get the hang of it. So we shall see as Steerage is now going past turn 10 and 11. Kissing that curve very well here as he goes on to the power at the moment. Got yellow flag in sector 1. Hopefully someone hasn't hit the wall of champions, which is probably more likely at the moment, as we are going towards the final corner now. What lap time is he going to set? It's looking pretty good. It's a 1:09.5. That puts him in P3. So he's the second fastest on the soft tyres. So everyone has qualified on the soft so far, except Blazer Guns, who's on the hard. And actually, no, let me go to best, actually. That'll probably be easier. Dazlad and Dragon Shanley set their best lap on the mediums. Blazer Guns hasn't set up yet, but he's on the hards at the moment. And I think everyone down from Blazer Gun downwards, like from Epics, Jack, Expert, Kubica, they haven't set a lap yet. So we've seen quite a lot of invalidated laps. Now, just a quick reminder for any of you guys watching, it is strict corner cutting. And it is very easy. I've learned from experience from last night. It is so easy to corner cut in a few places. In particular, Let me just get the turn number quickly before I forget. In particular, turn 13 and 14. That is where we'll see the most people probably get the most warnings for that. And if they extend the track too much in those corners, then bam, they'll get a penalty. That's how I got an in-game penalty last night. Steerage goes into the pits as Expert Almond is slowing down as well. We've got 7 minutes left to go qualifying. I'm just going to check if ILR has retweeted yet, which they haven't. So, or they might have had, but I don't know. They might be just waiting for the streams to start. So, which is all right. So, Expert Almond's going to get a good toe. Now, we did see a Mercedes that's just stopped. Didn't see who that was, but I think both of the Mercedes have set laps. Now, Expert Almond's slowing down, but he's going into the pits at the moment. How about Jack? Jack's on... No, I thought Jack was on the lap, but he wasn't. Oh, Oasis. Oasis just getting pole position 109.2. I'm sure we will see 108s tonight. I am sure we will. But 107 is probably for ILR1 on Xbox, I think, to be honest with you. So, we shall see. But he's looking good. But he will have time to set one more lap as he tries to move out of the way of other cars. Hamilton, he bumps up to 6th with a 196. So, looking at the times at the moment, if I just go to leader, that's it. Top 10, separated by a second. I think, because it's a really short track in terms of lap time, this is where we could see the closest laps. But the shortest lap on the whole calendar is Austria. And then it is, actually, I think it's either Canada, actually no, it's Monaco. It's Austria, then Monaco, then it's Canada. But, so they got 2 of the shortest calendars in a row, pretty much. So, I think everyone is diving into the pits at the moment. As Expert Almonds improves by 4 attempts, that puts him up into 9th place. Don't forget, if they qualify inside the top 10, they will have to start the race with the tyre that they set their fastest lap on, which for most people on the softs, and for Revolution, it will be the mediums at the moment. Now, I will go through proper strategy once we get to the formation lap, so you have an idea about how this is going to go. Don't forget to share the stream out with your friends. Let us know, because it is going on, this stream. Xbox was having some issues before the stream. I was worried that we weren't going to get a stream today, because if you see my Twitter, you can't connect to the internet. You must connect to the internet. And I was like, oh God, no. I was like, not again. But luckily, we're all good. So, yeah, for me anyway, it's all good anyway. But I think this is the first week where we don't have a full lobby. But we still have 18 drivers, so it's still good. The Expert Almond almost approached the pit lane really fast there. But luckily, pit assist is off anyway. So, they don't need to worry about that. No signs of Jack at the moment, I believe. Let me just check the party quickly beforehand. Nope, no sign of him yet. So, you still got me at the moment as Steerage comes across the line. He is on to pole position at the moment, 109.1. That run up to the line looked really good for ILRT Steerage. He improves and beats wasted his time by 66 thousandths of a second. Who else could challenge him? Revolution's on the means. He's been on the means for quite a bit, but he's going to dive into the pits. How about Dragon Shanley? He's going to dive into the pits as well. He's on 0 ERS, so they will have time for one more. And we might have some luck here, guys. We might have some luck. But we'll see anyway. We will see. As, no, actually, Dragon Shanley could be on his final lap there. He could be on his final lap. Nope, he's diving into the pits. I thought so. I think we're just getting a long moment as everyone is either going into the pits or saying their out lap. And Matt DJ is on the lap right now. So he is going past a few corners as well. So he's just going to get some warmth into his tyres. Now, who's that behind that? Because they're going to get a very good tow. Now, we don't want to see what happened in the Italian Grand Prix at qualifying, where all of them went at the last minute and all but 2 people actually set a lap. So we don't want that to happen today, as I think pretty much everyone is going off. I think the bottom half are going out at pretty much the same time. And I'm just going to check something. Hopefully
I've joined you.
Yay! Okay. So we have Wild Jack in the commentary box. We did get some over. I did see you join the lobby, but finally you're here. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It was I was just about to join the lobby and set everything up, get myself ready, and I realised my friends list had looked the same for the last 4 hours, so obviously wasn't working. Got it working now, obviously, and yeah, I'm surprised everyone's out on the softs, to be honest.
Yeah, I was quite surprised originally, but some people might have thought the 2-stop was faster, but there's only a few people on the mediums. We got, I think it's Lepper and Ben on the mediums at the moment, and Daz, I'd say, his best lap on the mediums, but he's on the softs right now. And it is going to be a dry, just in case you missed it, Jack, it's going to be a dry race, so no rain. So, okay. Which I think will be a relief to those drivers. But only 18 drivers today. But everyone is going out on their final lap. So I think they're all waiting for the last possible minute. But it is a short to the finish. Wow, Street Gamer, first one into the 108s. He did one last week, and he's going to carry the momentum into this week, surely.
Yeah, I would have thought if anybody went for a 2-stop, it would probably be here, because I think with a pit stop, you only lose around 14 seconds at this track, because you dive into the pit lane straight away. It's a very short pit entry, but you've got to just be careful that you don't hit it for speeding, because you've just come off the back straight, which is the longest straight on the entire track. And you come out of the pit lane into turn 2, so you've got to negotiate one less corner on that out lap. So yeah, the pit lane's very short here, so I'm not surprised most people look like they're going to opt for the 2-stop, or maybe opt for the harder tyre later on if they can do a 1-stop. And I'm not surprised I've seen quite a few invalidations so far. Loads of people only just setting their first laps right at the end.
Yeah, the final corner always gets people out. Maybe that double apex as well, but I'm not entirely sure. So I think Street Game will have a chance to go on one more lap, but I don't think he's going to, because he's been on those softs for quite a bit. So he doesn't improve. I think he's going to go off one anyway, unless he does a miracle. As 13 seconds left on the trot, I think it's going to take some beating to beat Street Gamer, unless anyone can get into the half into the 108s, as a few people have retired already. A race is slowing down. He's not going to improve. Dragon Shanley crossed the line. The checker flag has fallen. Is he going to improve? 109.1, 2 tenths. P2 at the moment. Steerage is currently on a flyer, but he's 1 tenth down in that middle sector. So he needs to find a tenth to, he actually needs to find 3 tenths to get pole. So he needs a really good third sector. He's got traffic behind him. It might help him. Snod's going to give him a bit of slipstream. Snod is luckily going to move out the way. That's probably helped steerage quite a lot here. But they do get on anyway. He goes on the final corner. Dadlad gets pole. Can steerage go to the line? Can he get pole?
No, I don't think so.
He has lost it by 1 tenth. As Edited Fawn, as Dragon Shanley in third place. Street Gamer goes into the pits, and looks like Edited Fawn is running out of fuel, and he's not using DRS, so he is not going to improve either. So that is your qualifying, with Dadlad getting pole at the very last second.
Yeah, I didn't see much of that, but loads of people really started to hook up their laps. Steerage through the last chicane then left absolutely no room any wider, and he would have absolutely clonked into the wall of champions. So I don't think he could have perfected his Sector 3 any more than he did. But Dadlad, I didn't see much of his lap. I saw the sort of second half of it, but from what I saw, you can definitely tell he's been practicing those lines relentlessly over the last week. There's no oversteer, no understeers, setup looked perfect. He just looked like he was really in control of his car compared to everyone else.
To be honest, you can tell in tracks like Canada and Monaco, and possibly Singapore and Baku as well, you can tell who has practiced and who hasn't. by the way they manage their lines and also the setup as well. To see they had some good straight line speed. But anyway, we got the results here as the top 11 separated by 1 second. So Dazlad gets pole, followed by Street Gamer, 3rd place Dragon Shanley, 4th Steerage, 5th Oasis, 6th Hamilton, 7th Edited Fawn, 8th Jack RT, 9th Epics, 10th Revolution, 11th Expert Almond, 12th Ben, 13th Lukey, 14th Matt, 15th Snod, 16th Kubica, 17th Lapper, and 18th Blazer Guns. And I think that was the first time in a while I managed to get through all the standings without the timer going out. So that's an achievement in itself. But I'm quite looking forward to this, as it kind of always brings some interesting races. Some of them not in real life, but majority of the time, Canada's been alright. But we'll just have to wait and see. But in this game, it can be close. But we shall see what the bottom half will do in terms of strategy, like you said.
Yeah, I think people that are going to be more careful are people that are running out without line for the first time. People that come to mind, the 2 alphas, ILR3 Button, he's not here at the moment. But yeah, I think Luke is in the other McLaren, I'm not sure. Stodvod Bodson. But yeah, because of the heavy braking zones, there's loads of heavy braking zones on this track, meaning you have to get your braking absolutely perfect, no lockups. You can't brake any later than you feel is necessary. And yeah, just be careful on the brakes, particularly with heavy fuel and tyres that are going to be cold on the first lap.
Yeah, it is quite hot though compared to what I've seen in the other tiers last night. So I think it should be a lot easier to get the tyres up to temperature, but it will get hot pretty quickly, especially on the softs. Softs can last to about lap 8, lap 9 before they need to pit for their first stop anyway. Well, before they start to degrade anyway. So as we're about to go on the formation lap, yes we are. Let's get the tyres quickly as, okay, so Ben and Snod has opted for the hard as well as Leper. I wasn't expecting that. We've got Lukey, Matt and Kubica, I think, committing to the 1 stop on the mediums. And then Blazer Guns, I think, is going to try the 2 stop on the softs as well, along with the top 11. Expert Almond on the softs as well. So Expert Almond could be in a good position, but he may be, I think he may be prone to the most contact, in particular in the middle of the field as well, but we shall see. But Dazlad will need to get a good run off the line, because there is good slipstream, and if you're in the even spots, you're going to be in the outside line, whereas if you're in the odd spots, you're going to be on the racing line. So I think. So in terms of that, Dazlad will have an advantage over Street Gamer, whereas on tracks like Monza, Street Gamer would have the advantage if he started P2. So yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, I'm just seeing with the tyres, I either feel that they can run it long enough to make 1 stop work, because tyre wear isn't too high around Canada, because of all the heavy braking zones, it means there's a lot of slower corners. I can't really think of any overly fast corners on this track. Maybe the final chicane, but then again, you're only taking that in maybe 4th or 5th. So that's still not that fast. Sorry, I'm a little cold. But anyway, it's either that, or they feel like the 2 stop is all round quicker, because they are probably going to be able to run the faster tyre for the majority of the race, whether they go soft, medium, or soft, medium. It depends how good they are with their tyres in the end.
Yeah, it is really. If you're good on the mediums, you could push it to a soft, medium, soft. I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen a few people try it yesterday, and that worked really well for them. So we shall see. That's the benefit of mixed strategies. We don't know what's going to happen with the guys that are on the soft compounder tyres, but the drivers are lining up for their grid spots, as Blaze Guns was the last person to join. There he is. So the 5 red lights are about to go on. We've got a yellow flag already. That's interesting. But anyway, let's get on with the race. 4 lights, 5 lights, and it is. Away we go in Canada, and Dazlad has got to a pretty decent start. He's already made a move on Street Gamer. Let's see if anyone has made it clearly already, as the Renaults are trying to make position off the start line, as Jack RT has gained up into 7th. Oasis up into 5th place. Hamilton has dropped it off a little bit from his teammate Steerage up into 4th place. A few changes already on the field, but Dad is already starting to pull away, and we see some dropping on the field already. Bits that might have lost it a little bit, but I think they're still keeping it together. Blazer Gun's making some good moves off the start line as well, so he's had a good start from last on the grid. I am seeing some carbon fibre, so we may have seen a bit of damage to somebody's front wings, or it might be just a bit off the trees, but I don't know. But so far, looks like a very clean start for most of these drivers.
Yeah, that was probably the cleanest start I've seen so far this season. Canada, normally there's quite a short run into turn one, and then it breaks very suddenly. People don't really have all that chance to get up to speed.
Yeah.
Compared to, say, a track like Spain. Probably why we didn't see that much contact. We saw a bit of wheel-to-wheel, but other than that, there was no real big collision.
It looks pretty good as we're just about to head into lap 2, as 6 tenths now is the gap between Dazlad and Street Gamer, but Epix is having a battle with Expert Almond. Let me just jump to that very quickly, as Epix is going around the inside and he gets P10. Lukey was going to have another go as well in the Racing Point, and he called in Force India. Oh, that was close. That was going to be 3 wide almost, but I think the Racing Point just got it done. Yes, he just got it done, and he's up into 11, but Lukey is on the charge. He wants to get that P11 away from Lucas. We already got a time penalty from Blazer Guns, but he's still up 5 positions, so he's still doing quite well. But he's got Matt DJ challenging him as well, as Blazer Guns going to try and go around the inside of Ben, and he takes it. I think he might have cut the corner a little bit there, but he's done it. So Blazer Guns up into 13th already. I'm not going to jinx him anymore, so I'm not going to say anything about it, but great start from him. And I think the battle of the midfield is getting very interesting, and Street Game is closing up on Dad's out as well.
Yeah, he's been getting closer and closer. I think he's just been taking the tighter lines. Oh, he goes very deep into this game. That's not going to help his issues. But Dragon Shiny Pits, I actually watched him. I was looking at the front, a couple of cars in the background, through the chicane where Vettel cut earlier this year. He actually hit the outside wall with a bit of his front wing and he lost it. So he's pitted. Now he's going to go right down to the back of the field. He's going to have to do what Vettel did in 2017 if he wants a good result, and come right from the back, as ILRT Hamilton has caught up to his teammate Steerage, who started up a couple of places. Hamilton had a good start. He had to go around the outside. I think it was a Racing Point. They had a bit
it was a Racing Point.
They had to put 2 wheels onto the grass and still got through. So that was a good bit of around the outside moves from the Alpha. And I think, I'm not too sure if they're going to properly race each other. Oh, he goes wide. He's going to have to cut the corner a bit. They're just going to have to be a bit more consistent. And Dragon Shanley, oh dear.
He's out. I didn't see what happened there, as we've got a Racing Point of Oasis on the back of Hamilton as well. But it's nice to see Hamilton and Steerage fighting again. We saw this in Spain, and well, I saw this in Spain, you didn't. But I think we could see the same in Canada as well. So it's taking us back to the glory days. So let's just hope that Hamilton can really start pushing, because otherwise the race is going to be on the back of this train, and take advantage of that. Meanwhile, Luke has dropped down into 11th. Dazlad, has got a 3-second time penalty. 3 seconds as Lukey, he almost touched with the Racing Point there, Lukey. I think the Toro Rosso might have advantage of that as well. Almost touching again into turn 2. Still running side by side. I think Expert Almond covers off a little bit. And there we go, Expert Almond stays in P10, but I'm not sure if they had a little bit of damage. But LCR Ben could seize his opportunity to make the move on these two if they make a mistake.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong also, but on the supercharge board, if anyone wants to go back and correct me afterwards, I think it was USR Qubits of the reserve that actually got it this time round, so that's a good effort from him.
He still has the supercharge. He's gained 3 positions, so you are right.
I'm just looking at the gaps, and they're all relatively stable at the moment. Around Canada, I would have thought it might have been a bit closer, just because of all the slipstream. Of course, we've got DRS this lap as well. Interestingly, Hamilton hasn't got it on his teammate, even though he's only 7 tenths behind him. So I don't know if Steerage just had a mistake and Hamilton's caught up a bit. But he should be able to get it on this lap if he stays close enough, and Street Game is caught back up to the back of Dazlad. Dazlad last lap, by the way, also cut turn 1 and gave himself a 3-second time penalty. It just shows how many penalties people could get in this race.
Like Blazer Guns, with a 5-second penalty for speeding. So I think he had to pit again. I think he had to do 4 and had a bit of issue. Expert Almond pinned it Oh, as he almost hit the McLaren of, I didn't know which McLaren I saw.
Leper Affinity, I
Leper
think.
Infinity.
Leper Affinity lost his wing.
So I think both of these guys have to go into the pit. Expo Nauman is lagging a little bit for me, so that might have caused the issue. But Street Gamer is really up on the pace a little bit. Maybe Dad's Lad's penalty has upset his mindset a little bit, and Street Gamer is going to take that advantage as well. So should be interesting. Meanwhile, as well for the battle for the top 10, Ben is really catching up to Lukey in P9 as well. So I think he took advantage of what happened to Expo Nauman, and luckily these guys managed to avoid the carnage, which was pretty impressive. As Ben is going to see if he can get DRS. Yes, he does. He's going to go on the right-hand side. Is he going to make the move stick? Yes, he does. He is up into... Oh, that was almost a touch of the wall. But there we go. Ben is up into 9th place. What a good move from him. And we got another penalty from Snod. And the other Tom also is doing quite well as well. So we could get some decent points if Kubica just gets past Lukey.
I've been looking at the battle between 3rd and 6th. Pretty much all of these drivers are taking different lines, but they're staying within touching distance of each other. And I've never really seen anything like this before. They're all driving completely differently, but all around the same pace. For example, George at the moment, he has a sort of sliding the back end around a lot, but then just getting a great exit out of the corner to get away from his teammate. And his teammate in the slipstream is able to defend from the racing point behind as well. So the Alfa Romeos helping each other out at the moment in a quest to stay ahead of 5th and 6th. Jack RT not having the best of qualifying. He's had better, but at the moment he's trying. He can see 3rd.
Oh no, it's
just in front of
Lukey.
him.
Lukey's been, I think he's been in the runoff area turn 10, and he's lost a bit, I think he's lost quite a few positions actually, and that's not going to do his tyres any good, and he's probably going to dive into the pit or pit a bit earlier.
Here comes the Alphas, side by side turn 2, and Hamilton gets past Steerage. Steerage didn't fight that one too much.
Nope, he didn't. I think that might have been, I feel that might have been to see if Hamilton could try and catch up to the guys in front if they ever do struggle, or maybe...
he's pitted as well.
Yeah, and whilst Oasis was pitting, and Lukey will probably pit as well, we lost Blazer Guns from the race, which is unfortunate. That makes it his 7th DNF in a row, which is a shame, but hopefully we will all see him finish a race. Just, I've been the last person I've seen have the most hardest luck was ILR3 Season 4 with Nicolo, and he was in the Ferrari as well. So, Ferraris don't tend to have good luck when I commentate, really. But we'll see as Steerage is... Yeah, I think Steerage is going to have pressure from Jack now, so maybe Hamilton is doing much better with his tyres than Steerage is.
Yeah, USR Kubica, I think he's holding back from going for a move on his teammate at the moment, but he showed his nose to him, sort of as a sign, I want to go past, can you let me through, otherwise I will force my way past. It was down the back, well, one of the back straights, it was down the one in sector 2, but close enough this time with DRS, I think he should be able to just get past him unless he turns the battery down. He is on the softer tyre, so an overtake wouldn't be that difficult if he does try and go for one, as I think the leader, ILRC Hamilton, I think has actually come out behind the racing point. The racing point gets forced out wide by the Mercedes. Is that going to hamper the Alfa Romeo? The Alfa Romeo's on the outside as well.
Wait a minute.
Has moved off the track, and the Alfa Romeo has conceded position to the racing point. That was close.
That was very close. Luckily, I just jumped at just about the right moment. It was quite hard, but Hamilton received a time penalty. So that might have hindered him a little bit, but he's still right on the back of Oasis, and hopefully he's got fresher tyres as well compared to Oasis, so you probably might have a bit of more of an advantage. So these guys were expected to pit at around about this time. They did. And if they want to go onto the medium stint for the final part of the race or the soft, they may have to take this stint a bit longer, but if they want to go onto the hards to the end, then they'll probably have to go 14 laps to the hards. But we shall see as Hamilton's going to get the DRS on Oasis. Is he going to do it this time? Is he going to go past him as Epix is going into the pits? Oasis tried to cover off him very well. Good defending from Oasis. Hamilton may get another chance here approaching the start-finish straight. Can he do it? He's going to get DRS anyway. Oh, Oasis looks so committed going into turn 1 and approaching turn 2. There's just no looking back for Hamilton, and Hamilton stays P7 and Oasis. Great job from him to defend like that.
Styria just come out a long way behind the Renault that was behind him for the pit stops, and the undercut very effective at the moment. We saw the Racing Point get past one Alpha, and we saw the Renault get past the other Alpha. So Styria's really losing out there. He was at the front of this pack a few laps ago, and now he's right at the back of this four. So he's going to have to want to try and get a couple of those positions back up. That was some really great defending from Oasis. He placed his car exactly where he needed to, and then managed to have the grip and swooped right round the outside of the Alpha. So I'm guessing that is a very, very drag and downforce heavy front end on that race point relative to the track, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to have to survive it again now.
He's got to, really, because I think Hamilton is possibly going to challenge once again. Just look at the straight line speed on the Alfa Romeo as he goes towards past turn. Oh, that was almost a touch. Oh, that was close. I saw Street Gamer get a penalty. I might have been wrong, but I might saw Street Gamer get a penalty. But Jack's right on the back of this now, and Hamilton's just got past Oasis. So Oasis good defending we saw last lap. Unfortunately, didn't pay off this lap, and he's going to have Jack hunting him down very, very soon if he doesn't make the move on Hamilton.
Yeah, I think with that chicane, you've just got to be careful. You're not going to fit two cars on the road through there. I think if you do try and go side by side, somebody's going to have to go onto the runoff area. And if you both try and go the chicane, somebody's going to end up in the World Champions. It's just going to happen. But I think Hamilton, Oasis left. They tried to leave each other room, sort of tried to second guess each other as to what was going to do. And that's when the accidents happen. Normally, if you both just race, you both come out the other end just fine. But you've just got to be a bit more committed with this battle.
Yeah, you got to, really. It's especially, I think, around here on this DRS straight is where we'll see the most overtaking. And I think Jack is a little bit too further back to make the move. He's going to try and close in. Oasis too. So, yeah, the Alfa Romeo just has good straight line speed, I think. It's going to be hard to pass him in DRS, I think, as I've noticed. He's got another penalty again. To be honest, that was where I cut the corner last night. So I can't complain because I did exactly the same. So, yeah, but it is a common corner to get a corner cutting warning or penalty or something like that. But as Jack's still hunting them down pretty quickly, as Lukey has got past, yep, he's got past Snod. I think Snod has lost, I think Leopard was having connection issues. I think he's just joined, so hopefully he can get back into the race. And Revolution is one position away for getting a point. It does depend on if Lukey has any penalties, but only four drivers haven't got any points, but Revolution has got some points, but he wants some more, as the Clown is also under pressure from Edited Fawn as well, as he's going to stay behind at the moment until possibly the next year. Oh, Snods! That was a massive corner cut. I'm sure he's probably going to let the Mercedes through. Deep. Hamilton has gone deep a little bit there, as I think Oasis, is trying to catch up. No, I think Jack's closer to the Oasis than Oasis did to Hamilton. And I think Street Gamer's got past Matt. Yes, he has. So Street Gamer is now still in a net lead, but trying to get away from this traffic.
Oh, here goes the Renault on the Racing Point. He's got a lock up on the left front. Oasis hangs it around the outside again. He likes that move, doesn't he?
He does.
And yeah, I think Hamilton's going wide there actually helped him a little bit, because that gave him a much better launch off of the hairpin, and Oasis just wasn't able to catch up to him. And because he had a lesser slipstream than the Renault had on him, that's what made the move possible for Jack RT. And you can tell Hamilton's got a very low downforce setup, because you can see the rear end is snaking around all over the place, particularly in Sector 1 and Sector 2, particularly on the exits. Then once he gets to the back straights, he just seems to romp away with it.
Yeah, he seems to be very good. He could be on for a very good finish if he keeps this up. As we see the Toro also trying to defend from Street Gamer, but there was no holding back. So Street Gamer was on newer tyres, and these four are still fighting for position 6, and Hamilton still managing to hold the charge. But Jack is close to Oasis than ever now. He's got to make that move sooner or later. He's going to get the DRS. Is he going to try and challenge Oasis? Maybe not. I think Oasis is going to be committed once again. Oh, just look at that. Oasis is very good around this track as Matt goes into the pits. Lukey's got a time penalty, and I do believe Matt's on the mediums again. So is he I think Matt's doing medium, soft. I thought he was going to do medium to hard, but no. He thinks a 2-stop is faster. That is interesting.
Yeah, I think he's going to do 13 laps on the medium, another 13 on the second set, and then a set on the soft on the last. So it'll be 13 laps, 9 laps, which is about right for the stints, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't forget the people that ran the softs earlier on, they had to pit anyway because they had done a few quali laps on them. And there's yellows in sector 2. Is that the McLaren? No, I'm not too sure what that was for.
Wasn't
anyway,
sure.
We'll carry on.
One of those yellow flag bugs.
Yeah, it's just a ghost yellow flag is what I tend to call it. It's just a yellow flag for nothing really. And as you can see, see Hamilton's done it again. He just seems to glide away from the racing point. The racing point doesn't seem to really be able to do anything about it. He's not pushing his battery too hard. Then again, neither is the Alpha, so none of them has got a power advantage over the other one. It's just due to drag that the Alpha's managed to get away.
Yeah, I think, and also straight line speed as well, which is, I think, is probably due to the fact that he's running a good wing setup maybe. As Snod's just got another penalty, and I think we'll see a lot more penalties coming up soon as well. Dad's Lad is still leading from Street Gamer, so it is Dad's Lad is the net lead with Street Gamer in second, but Street Gamer is 9/10 away from Ben, who's started on those hard tyres. And I wonder what tyres he will go on till the end of this Grand Prix. Oh, the Oasis, I was going to say the Oasis there, almost the Racing Point. Try to cover off the Renault as he goes towards turn 10. Oh, Jack getting the switchback, clipping the curb just a little bit. It's allowing Hamilton to really pull away here, which is what he wanted. Oasis just manages to hold on. Where is Jack going to try once again? He's going to get DRS. Is he going to get the right-hand side? He takes a good exit. Brilliant exit from Jack. That's P6. 5 for him. And, I thought there was a retirement, but no, Kubica is in the pits. But well done to Jack there, who got past the race. His next stop is Hamilton.
Yeah, that was sensible driving from Oasis. Yes, he lost the position, and I think he learned from last time. Don't try and both go into chicane at once because you're just going to end up holding up each other massively, trying to organise yourselves, trying to get through it.
Yeah.
And you sort of just let Jack RT go through. He knows he could have another opportunity later, so he's just playing sensible for the minute. We're not even halfway through yet. He's still got another 20 laps after this one. So he's still got opportunities.
Yeah, he still has. And obviously there's also for these medium runs, there is another pit stop as well. So probably...
Street game up the inside of LCR Ben.
Yeah.
Barely...
that was barely an overtake, really, because obviously Ben's on older tyres. So that was just him getting past. And Ben's still challenging, though, on those hard tyres. He thinks he is.
Haas has got DRS.
Yeah.
Haas has got DRS. DRS is so powerful in this game. I don't think he's going to stand much of a chance, to be honest.
Nope, he's not. So Street Gamer stays in second place, and it is going to pull away from Ben, because obviously those medium tyres. So I think Ben is the only one to pit, apart from him and Snod, who's also on the hards, and Lukey as well, who's managed to take those mediums for 14 laps. He may go for another 2 laps. I'm surprised he's still on the track, to be honest, because he's the one who had a massive spin in turn 10 and 11 earlier. I thought he was going to pit way earlier than the other medium runners, but no. Oh my God, that was another corner cut that he just made, and I was surprised he didn't get a straight-up penalty for that, but that's what weird things happen. He may just got a warning there, but anyway, Lukey gets past Snod. Oh, no, yeah, Lukey got a penalty there.
I'm just curious to see how that Renault's going to be able to fare with that Alpha compared to how the Racing Point did. Is he so much closer? He almost hit that Alfa Romeo going through the hairpin, but is the Alfa Romeo going to do what it's done a couple laps before, well, for about the past 10 laps, and just sort of walk away with it on straight? I don't think he is, you know. The Renault's so much closer. He's got the slipstream, he's got a DRS. Hamilton's going to try, and he's hogging the middle of the track.
Ooh.
He's going to make the Renault have his own decision. I think that was just a bit of a lag. I think his front wing is still okay. I don't think he should have to worry about that.
Nope,
he's got
fine.
DRS again. Is he going to have to go down the inside? He hugs, just leaves enough car's width on the outside, and he manages to defend from that Renault for the moment. Yusuke Kubica gets a time penalty. And I think that Renault has got a similar build on it to that Alfa Romeo, hence why he's able to keep them so much more in similar locations. But I think with
they
just so
touched!
much pressure, and they do touch, as I think got caught out of it by the Alfa Romeo braking a lot earlier than he did in front of him. The steerage now gets 3-second time penalty. I'm not surprised that this will probably be the track that we see the most penalties on throughout the entire
And
calendar,
USA.
just because of the nature of the circuit.
And USA
The
as
circuit
well.
and USA, yeah. But here, just because of all the tarmac and all the fast, precise corners, we're going to see quite a few penalties. It's back of that Alpha. It's starting to look a bit unstable, if I'm honest. But he manages to get another amazing exit, and I don't think he's going to challenge it this lap like he did last lap.
No, as Hamilton's managed to get some straight. Well, where's that straight line speed? Oh! That was a touch as Oasis, I think, goes into the pit lane. Was he meant to go? Oh, Jack's out! Did he bin it? Oh! No! Let me just go on board with Epix a minute.
Yeah, I know where he.
Oh,
he went,
yuck. Yuck.
He missed his braking point going into the chicane. He managed to dodge Hamilton. Then as he tried to come back on, he just got a big bit of understeer, then went straight into the barrier. So that's really unlucky for Jack RT. It looked like he was a couple more laps and he probably would have made the overtake stick. He just really small error with a big consequence, to be honest.
How did Hamilton get away with that? I think if he's had damage, I think it would have been very minor. So he got away lucky with that, but luckily he did always best to avoid that. If I was in that position, I would have easily have got hit, but luckily I don't think he has, and he still manages to get that corner right. And I think the one who also got badly is Oasis as well, as he's on the hards, or he might have pitted anyway to go to the end, I'm not sure. As we've got Epix having a battle with Matt as well, as Matt, I think, manages to hold on to the inside. Yes, he does, as Matt is up and stays in 8th place, but I wonder if Kubica is going to have the straight line speed. He is going to try to get the DRS on Matt, as Matt holds on to the inside. Can he though? No, not quite. Epix goes into the pits, so he's not going to join in on this battle. Oasis could join in as well. So Oasis on newer tyres though. I wonder who's going to come out on top, but Kubica looking very strong.
Yeah, I think Oasis, I think he knew he wasn't going to get past any other people in front of him anytime soon, so he's just gone on to an alternate strategy to try and get ahead of the people that he's racing. Because I think if he stayed on the strategy, he knew he's just going to stay where he was. So he may as well go for it. I mean, worst things worse is going to happen if he goes on to the alternate strategy. He's going to be where he is anyway. So it's either stay where you are or possibly make a gain in his situation.
Yeah. And he is still trying. He's still right on the back of that. But don't forget, it's going to get to a point where they want to pit anyway soon. And if they want to go soft to the end, they can't push too much. So it's just really, I don't know what will be the best strategy for them. Is I think Kubica may want to go on another set of mediums. We'll see. Look at that. Kubica easily goes past, almost a touch from Kubica and Matt, but luckily no harm done as Kubica pulls away from both of them. Oasis is going to try and go around the inside of Matt, and he does, as he's back up to P7, so back in contention once again, which is good news.
I'm just looking where ILRT steerage is going to come out ahead of the Mercedes of ILR3, and he's not got any traffic in front of him. So he's going to be able to push on those mediums and probably relay information to his teammate of how quick they are compared to the used set that he's on. But are they going to go to him? He's got to do 15 laps on him. When did he come in for the soft tyres? I can't remember when he went from soft to medium. It was early on. It was lap 6 to 8, I think. So if he's careful, they'll outlast to the end. But if he races, maybe not.
So I remember I pitted for the last 7 means around lap 22. So I think steerage might have pitted a few laps earlier than we thought. So he might have to save a little bit. But even then, I still struggled towards the end. So it's going to be tough for steerage. But if he has some clear air, he can do it. As Oasis gets past, I think, Kibitz still. He's going to have Matt as well. Going on the charge once again. Those three fighting pretty much for the whole race, Kibitz and Matt DJ. And Kibitz is still managing to hold on. Hamilton just goes behind these guys. Hamilton is also on the soft medium strategy as well. As he's going to try and find a way to get past them.
Yeah, he's got to overtake those two cars just as quickly as the Racing Point did. He gives himself another penalty. Always going to go a bit wide there. Those tyres are too cold at the moment to really be pushed on.
Yeah.
But I think once he gets past them, as long as he hasn't damaged them or overheated them too much, he's going to have a great run at Oasis. As you've seen, he hasn't had the best car in a straight line, but it's probably had one of the best looking and most stable cars in the corners of the field. As the top two of Dazzle and Street Gamer have been around 3.5 seconds apart from each other for almost the whole race at this point, so not too much action going up there. But at the moment, I just want to see how quickly ILRT Hamilton is able to get past the Red Bull. I don't think the Red Bull's going to put too much of a fight. He sticks to the racing line. The Alfa Romeo is going to go down the inside into the chicane, and Red Bull he goes round the outside. That was a great move from the Red Bull. You were saying earlier, there's not enough room for two cars to get through there. Matt has just proved me completely wrong with that one, as he goes around the outside again. I don't think that Alfa Romeo's got the most solid front end as the compromise is made to make that car extremely quick in a straight line. But he's going to try and go down the inside again into turn 4, and he's not able to get past the Red Bull. That's going to compromise him.
And he's pulling away as well, so maybe he's having better, like you said, he's having better stuff in the corners and not as much on the straight line for Matt. So I think that's where Hamilton's gaining, really. But you never know, we might be wrong. It is hard to adjust the setup to be good on the corners and also good on the straights, unless you are. Oh, is Hamilton's going to go around the outside now? Is he going to try and get the move done on Matt? Matt covers him off just a little bit, but no, Hamilton gets it done. What a move from Hamilton. As here comes Matt once again. Is he going to try and do a replica? No, he's a little bit too further back.
Hamilton's got DRS on Kubica. I don't think he's going to have a go in the chicane.
No, but
is he going to have a go into turn 1? I think he may do. Kubica again, I don't think he's going to put that much of a fight. I think Matt only put up a fight because he felt like he could.
Ooh, inside line. Is he going to do it?
Because of that fresher tyres, yeah, I think he's going to be able to make the move stick. USI Kubica tries to fight back. But those tyres are just so much older that I don't think he really has much of a chance to concede to the Alfa. The Alfa making 2 overtakes in the space of 1 sector. So that's really solid progress. He's got those tyres up to temperature and they're working perfectly for that Alfa at the moment. He made use of those fresh tyres for both of his overtakes, braking so much later than the car in front of him. And both cars that he overtook complied really well. So that's some good driving from all 3 cars.
Yeah, well done to both Kubica, Matt and Hamilton. Some great racing there. And Hamilton's only 1.3 seconds behind Oasis, so he's going to get DRS anytime soon. But Matt is still under DRS range of Kubica, so not all hope is lost. Yeah, Zepix has just got a time penalty. Let me just look on who's the biggest losers and gainers. Kubica's gained 10 places, Matt has gained 7, and Leopard's gained 5, so they're the 3 biggest gainers as Dazlad is going for his final stop. As what tyres is he going on? Mediums, so that will definitely go to the end because of the time he's pitted. So that would help him. Street Gamer pitted a lap earlier as well. That will probably go to the end too. So I think we're just waiting for Leopard to pit now and Matt. But I think Matt will probably might go for the soft strategy towards the end, which he could get fastest lap for. And he could be ever so quick as Epix almost tries to hold off to Edited 4 now, and he does that very well. And a bit of a slide there from Epix, as I think he must be finding those mediums a lot harder. This might benefit Edited 4 a lot.
Yeah, I think the top 2, Street Gamer just performed an undercut on Dazlad because he sort of dictates the pit stops because he's behind the Williams, and just that 1 lap difference, he gained 1.5 seconds on the car in front.
Wow.
Dazlad is still safe from him at the moment, but he's got colder tyres. It's just a question of how quickly he can get that car up to temperature and working properly again and try and get back that gap he had a couple laps ago to that Haas. But that Haas is looking very quick at the moment. He sets the fastest lap.
Yeah, as Street Gamer, he's already pulling up some good pace. Let me just look on the fastest laps for Street Gamer. So the last few laps, obviously he pitted on lap 22, but he done very well on the last lap 113. So he managed to find 2 seconds in one lap, which was pretty good from Street Gamer. So he must be going very quickly, as I thought I saw a battle there, but I must be seeing things. No, I'm not seeing things. Steerage and Revolution are having a cheeky battle again, and Kibitz is still on the back of Matt. I think that's the only battles going on at the moment, as Snod gets another time penalty. And I think pretty much everyone's got a penalty now. I don't think anyone has got away scot-free. I know Dazlad's got a penalty, and I know Street Gamer's got a penalty. So I don't think anyone's got away with penalties. Actually, Oasis might get no penalties. Let me just check quickly. Oasis, he has got... Oh yeah, he's got a penalty. Alright, so I think everyone's got penalties then.
Here comes Hamilton. He's got DRS on Oasis. There's a difference in tides. He's going to have to go around the outside of the racing point.
Good
Is
cover
exactly
off.
what he did with the Alfa Romeo the first time. That is, you can't really get past that defence. That is the most solid defence you can put up with it still being legal. That is some great defending, but he's going to have to go round the outside. Can he do the manner that Oasis did on him just earlier in the race? As Hamilton gets the inside line now for turn 3, and I think he's got, yes, he's very couple of car lengths ahead now of the racing point. That's him back up into 4th place. LCR Ben, by the way, sort of comes out of nowhere, and he's in the podium position at the moment.
Wow. So, I forgot where LCR Ben finished last week. He might have retired. I don't know. Or he might... I don't know. But Ben is good on race pace, going from like a lower position all the way to the top. He's gained 9 positions. So I think he's better starting off towards the middle of the field, like the mid-pack, compared to at the front. I think I always see he does better performances, well, apart from Australia, where he started pole and then went on to win. But yes, he could get a podium actually. Let me just check Ben's penalties.
He's 13 seconds in front of Hamilton.
Ben has got no penalties.
Wow. Around Canada, that's a big achievement.
He's got a few. I think he's got 2 warnings though. He's got 2 warnings. So if he gets another warning, he gets a penalty, I think, or is it 3 warnings? It's
3. It's 3 warnings. 3 warnings is a penalty. So 1 warning, then a penalty, pretty much. Yeah.
So you can't be on more than 3. So okay, that's fine. So Ben's got a bit of breathing space, but he's got to be.
Street Gamer's catching Dazlad still.
Wow, look
He's
at
caught
that.
them another second over the last couple of laps. And that's what LCR Ben is going to be praying for. He's going to be praying these... I mean, LCR Ben is catching Street Game, and Street Game's catching Dazlad. So Ben is going to be catching these 2 down absolutely rapidly. And once these 2 start battling, LCR Ben is going to make it a 3-car battle. ILRT Hamilton's really going to have to turn his car up, though, if he wants any chance of catching him. 13-second gap in 8 laps. I don't think it's going to happen, so I think he's going to come home in P4, most likely. I don't think OA is going to put up that much of a fight against him. But I think everything's going to converge on the top 3 in the last 5 laps.
That will still be a good result for Hamilton, because he was expecting quite low expectation overall in the season, and he's P5 in the standings. So already it's a win-win situation. As I thought he was going to go to the pits for a moment there, but he wasn't. As I do see a bit of debris, something blue, so it might have been a Toro Rosso or a bit of the Racing Point car, but I don't know. It might have been Kibitzer actually. Or he might have gone for his... Oh, nope, he's going for his stop. My bad. As he's been on those tyres for 12 laps. I do believe he's going to go on the soft tyres. The team has got the softs ready, and he is. As... Hamilton's got a penalty. So it looks like I think Oasis will probably be ahead of him anyway, just because I think Hamilton, has 2 more penalties compared to Oasis. So as Revolution gets past Steerage, I believe, in turn 5. So that is another place down for Steerage, but Steerage still running well though in P7.
Can I just point out at the moment,
Yeah.
the way the penalties are in the top 3, Ben wins this race. So if he stays where he is, he wins the race without any more penalties being applied.
How many penalties does Dazlad and Street Gamer have?
Streak has 2, Daz has 3. So Daz will go down to P3, Streak will stay where he is.
Oh, and that'll be Ben's second win as well. If you think about it, because the last time he won was in Australia.
That's just a bit of context for how all Leopard is going to have to get out of the way between these top 2. These top 2 are going to have to want to battle as much as... Well, Dazzler doesn't want to battle, but Street Gamer wants McLaren to get out of the way.
And he does.
I'm not too sure if he got DRS off of him. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. The LCR Ben hasn't really got any meaning to push right now. If he stays around 5 seconds behind the leader, then, well, yeah, he'll come home with a win. I mean, coming home with the win is... I'm not finishing first on track. It's not the way most people like to do it. Most people like to finish first on track, but whatever suits yourself, then you go for it. I'm not to judge.
I don't know what I would do. If I know that the other two cars have a penalty, more penalties than I have, I would just I would push a little bit if the car behind has a closer gap. But if the car behind has a longer gap, then you could start to save a little bit more ERS and tyres, which will be very crucial towards the end, and then start to push. Oh, Epix is out the race. Where did he retire? I'm just going to go on board with it. Oh, he's binned it in 10-11. And...
that's a very strange place.
That is strange, actually. So, that's both of the Ferraris having a really bad day in the office. So, both Ferraris out, both Renaults out. As Edited Fawn's got a time penalty. As we've still got Racing Point Ghost, which I do believe is... Yeah, it is Expert Almond. So
Expert Almond.
He disconnected. So... As Street Gamer is closing up to the back of Dazlad now. But I think that's not going to benefit as Street Gamer is probably going to stay P2 anyway after penalties. But if he gets past Dazlad, he can try and hopefully get the gap where he needs to be still and win this race. So it is possible, but anything is possible around this track. But Street Gamer has to get past pretty much now in order to try and get rid of that 3-second deficit.
Yeah, I think Edited Fawn is also out of the session. And where did he go? That's between Sector 2 and Sector 3. I don't know where that could have been. I'll just stay on board with Snod for the minute. I think I can guess where it is. Is it after this chicane as Snod goes a bit wide? Yes, it is.
That's another weird place. Actually, no, because it's by the wall. So that means Snod is in the points. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. He's done a bit of a slide there. How did he avoid the wall there? That was a very good save from Snod. But there we go. Snod stays in 10th only just at the moment. This has been a good race so far in terms of strategy. And I think Street Game is out of DRS range of Dazlad at the moment. So I don't think he's going to get past Dazlad unless he... can find a little bit more pace as he clips the curve a little bit. Now, I think Street Gamer, is trying to save as much as possible. I think he knows that he's got a penalty, and he probably thinks P2 or P3 will be all right for him. I think, but we'll see anyway. As Oasis is not that far behind Hamilton as well, so we could see a battle forming. Oh no! No, Ben's definitely won this race. Street Gamer's got another penalty. That's up to 3 seconds.
Oh, did Street Gamer get another penalty? So, yeah.
No, not 3 seconds. 3 penalties. 9 seconds, I mean.
Okay, yeah, so you got another 3 seconds. Hang on, let me just double check them and see if we haven't missed any. Daz, 1, 2, 3, 4. Daz got a penalty.
So Daz will be in... Wait, so it's 12 seconds. Let me just see the gap to leader. No, you'll be in third place. He'll be in third place as Hamilton is 23 seconds behind him. So you'll be in...
Yeah, so that doesn't change the situation for the top two, but all that does is just makes Ben's job even easier, because he can drop back another 3 seconds and still be in for the win, unless he gets another penalty.
Ben won't know how many penalties, though. He'll just know the car in front has got... Actually, you only get told if the car behind has a time penalty. You don't get told if the car in front has a time penalty. That's... I think
you do. If you go to Jeff and say car in front, he literally gives you all of the car in front's information. If they've got any damage, what their fuel is, if they've got any penalties.
Snod is disqualified?
What? That's the corner cutting that he's been doing.
Okay, so he's been disqualified for multiple penalties. So he's last. So he was on for a points position, and Dad's Lad is up to 5 penalties. That pushes it up to 15 seconds. That's still not going to make any difference. Oh, God. I seen the...
I absolutely hate to see it. Anyway.
I saw the corner cut Smothers
Street
made.
Gamer. He's having a go at Dad's Lad. I think Dad's Lad's just letting him pass.
Yeah, because he got that penalty. He knows he's not going to win the race. So just like, oh, go and win this race. But he's got to find 6 seconds in 2 laps, which is probably going to be impossible. Oasis. Oh, we got yellow. Oh, it's Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton's round.
Was there contact? I didn't see what happened there.
I saw Edited Fawn spin there just a couple of laps ago, so it might have been a mistake. I think he actually managed to keep out of the wall so he can carry on just about, unless he's overheated his tyres. I mean...
Hamilton versus Steerage again.
I think Steerage is quite a bit far ahead of him. He's going to have a trying to go at a Revolution at the moment. He's very close to the back of the Williams. He's got DRS again. Revolution hasn't got DRS. Steerage has almost got no battery in that car. He's going to have to go to the outside line, but he doesn't go for it in the end. Revolution able to defend. Well, the Revolution didn't really deviate from the outside line that much. Just Steerage didn't go for the overtake.
Yeah, as I think Revolution and Steerage are about to lap. What was it? Lukey. So I think everyone from... Let me just see. Everyone from Leper is lapped. So a Street Gamer gets it.
Oh, Street's got another penalty.
That will push him down as well. So that's 4 penalties or 5 penalties? I'm losing track.
Street.
So that's definitely a win for Ben. He could just cruise to the finish and still win. I'm not even kidding.
With all of this
swapping
about, supposedly Street being the quicker car, that's like gets himself another penalty now.
Oh my God! What is going on?
Even though she was supposedly the quicker car, all of this swapping about, Ben's actually caught up a second and a half, so it hasn't mattered at all for the top 2. Steerage does get past Revolution eventually.
But how many penalties does I'll check. Actually, no, I'll check. How many penalties does Revolution have? Revolution has no penalties. Wow. Okay, so I think Revolution and Ben are the only ones to get away without a penalty. Everyone else has got one. As I think Dad's Lad is going to stay behind for now. I'm not sure what's going to do in terms of position. At the moment, Street Gamer gets fastest lap, so he will get the extra point anyway, unless someone beats it. Street Gamer comes across the line. He's going to win on track, but it's not going to be the win of the race. They're weaving anyway, and he's going to join the ILR car park. There we go. Ben wins the Canadian Grand Prix, and what all it take was him to drive a clean race and not get any penalties, and that's helped him massively. Street Gamer is going to stay P2. Dad's Lad is going to stay P3, and I think Oasis is going to equal his best result of the season of P4.
Yeah, so that was a good race in the end. Steerage. Oh, Steerage just had a spin on the last corner.
He almost hit Hamilton there.
He can get going. He can stay ahead of Matt, who's just coming through the last chicane now. That's really... I think he just dropped it. I didn't really see anybody going for any moves. That was really odd.
That was very, very strange there. As Kubica goes across the line. Kubica in his first race in ILR3. He gets P9, so he gets his first points in his debut. So overall for Kubica, a very good drive for him, despite the penalties. But I think he'll be pretty happy with that.
All British podium as well. GG, lads.
Yeah, GG as Ben takes his second win of the season. That will push him up. Actually, no, it won't push him up the championship. He will stay in 4th place, but he will close the gap between the guys in front by, I don't know, I think about a few points, I think, because Street Gamer's in P2. So that would help him in the slightest. That will make the top 4 ever so close for the championship. So let's go through the results once the standings start to load up on my screen. So, yeah, only discounting Expert because he disconnected, Revolution and Ben Oh, Ben got a penalty. Where did I see that coming?
I think that was in probably the last lap. I mean, I don't think in the end it really mattered.
Nah.
Well, he's gone from P12 to P1, so I think he gets my vote for driver of the day.
Yeah, me too. I've got to agree with that. So let's go through the standings quickly. So Ben through Street Gamer, Dazzler, The Oasis, Revolution, Hamilton, Steerage, Matt, Kubica, Lepper round up your top 10. Then we have Lukey, Expert, Edited Form will be 12th because of Expert Armour. Then we got Epics, Jack, and your retirements are Epics, Jack, Expert Armour, Blazer Guns, Dragon Shanley, and Snod, who got disqualified. Tut, Snod. Now, I got to go straight after this, so no podium interviews today, but any final thoughts before we wrap up the stream?
No, not really. It's just a great race from everybody, to be honest. I mean, I think everybody was expecting to get loads of penalties just because of the nature of Canada, but that you can't really help that at the end of the day. I mean, I think everybody got a penalty at some point, so I don't think anybody was exempt from that rule.
No, Revolution.
Maybe Revolution didn't get one.
No, Revolution
So I think
didn't get
Revolution's the only one that managed to stay
GG.
away from getting any. Yeah. So that was a good effort from him, and yeah, on to what's that? France.
Oh God, France is going to be interesting. Not a best track to watch, I must say, but on this game it's better than in real life, so we might see some surprises. So make sure you join us next week, same time at 7:30. But if you want more action, make sure you join ILRs 1, 2 and 3 PS4 on Sunday. But I've been Jess Games 95, Jack has been JSR Snakes, and we will see you next Friday. Good night.